What's up, dudes? This is Ice Peddler from Ice Peddler Games, and I'm just going to roll with this. I want to call this series Right in the Nostalgia, and I may dub it Mounds of Ineptitude for my inability to form a coherent sentence and my complete lack of skills on the Nintendo nowadays. Anyway, I want to play the classics, tell stories about that, and just kind of talk and have a good time. That's the plan. I wanted to do a bunch of things, a lot of cool editing and stuff, and then I realized I didn't know how to do that. And if I waited until I learned how to do it, I would never get started. So I wanted to get started. Okay, without further ado, let's jump into Kung Fu. This was the first game I got for the Nintendo. That's right, I didn't get Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. I got Kung Fu. I got it 2 days before I got the regular Nintendo. I was a ripe old age of 5. You talk about a meltdown. Took forever for the Nintendo to show up. By the way, I've started playing, and I am roundhouse kicking some people to the face. Anyway, 2 days before I actually was able to play this game, Kung Fu Master came out in 1984. The first time I ever saw this was at a Howard Johnson's hotel. I was 5 at the time. I stood over some guy and watched him play this. It was one of those cocktail tables. It was right in the pool area, and I was dripping all over the guy. So kudos to that dude for not telling the 5-year-old to get away from him. He did a really good job of playing and not running me off or throwing me in the pool to get rid of me. I watched him play through the first stage just like I did right there. Okay, while we're between stages, I want to point out that the music is provided by, forgive me, butchering the name, Joachim Heiss of Excision Games. Great music. If you want to get that music, you can check out bandcamp.com, Ice Peddler Games, or you can look on Patreon, Ice Peddler Games, and look for the $3 pledge level. The music is included there. Alright, we're on the second stage, and they're dropping. I just took a basket to the head. So this is why I want to call this thing Mounds of Ineptitude, because back in the day I could rock this game, and right now I'm not rocking it. I'm pretty much sucking it up. We've seen a few of the enemies, the gripper, I think the little guys called Tom Tom. I literally had to chase down the boomerang to jump into it, and he outrun and jump. Good night. That is like some of the worst playing I think I've ever done. Let's just give that a redo. By the way, I said before and I'll say it again, I'm not going to edit the gameplay here, so you're going to see how ridiculously terrible I am as I try to foot sweep a dragon 43 times. And then hopefully what you'll see is me starting to improve as we make our way through this. I can tell you that I do pretty good on the easy level, and then I'm going to play the hard level for a little bit too, and that's what I call NES hard, because the Nintendo hates you and it wants you to feel really bad about yourself. That's the only way I can figure this. Is I've decided to just not dodge anything. Alright, hey guys, check it out. We made it past stage 2. Okay, let's make our way up to stage 3. So check this out. You're trying to save Sylvia in this mansion from a guy named Mr. X, who has, according to the instruction booklet, mastered all of the martial arts. So the first question we have to ask ourselves is straight up, why didn't we call the cops? I have no idea, but hey, who cares, because you are Thomas, a black belt, and you're really good at foot sweeping and roundhouse kicking people. That's how I'm going to roll with this. I mean, why not? So I played this game at a Walmart when I was little, and my cousin said, hey, let's play this, and here's what we're going to do. He was about 17, 18 at the time, and I was, as mentioned, 5. So he said, okay, here's what we're going to do. You kick, and then, no, I'm sorry. He was going to kick and punch, and I was going to move. Check this out, guys. This guy's called Giant, and watch as I try to take him head on and fail. So my cousin is the one doing the kicking and punching. I'm the one supposed to be doing the moving. Well, I don't know if you've played this before or not, but here's what you can't do. You can't really move and kick at the same time. So if you're kicking, you're standing still, which means you can't move. And here's what happened. Every time an enemy would come on the screen, he would start kicking. And then he yelled at me going, move, move, move. And I said, I can't because you're kicking. And he says, well, I got to kick because the enemies are coming. We literally stayed on the first stage until we died. You could call that one of the worst attempts at co-op ever. Anyway, we did give it a shot. Here we go. Let's hit this guy again. Holy crap. That's right. Jump kick to the face, because that is how we've got to do it. Check it out. They chase you down in this game. It is absolutely totally ridiculous. Okay, hey, we made it through stage 3. Let's see if we can survive stage 4. Here we are at stage 4. I gotta tell you guys, this is my least favorite stage out of all of these. Not because it showcases my inability to fight things, it's just the flying cockroaches. And then once you get through with that, you have just a second or two of where you're fighting the bad guys as usual. Then you get to the final boss, who is the magician, and not only does he just normally kick my butt, there's a trick to beating him, and I do a pretty good job of not exploiting that trick, especially if we watch me fight right here. This needs to be like a Kung Fu action movie, because I whiff like 1,000 times and then just get knocked out. So that's why I hate this stage. Let's try that again and see if I do any better. I'm going to try to fight my way through the cockroaches. You know, it was always easier for me to try to dodge these things instead of fight them, so that's what I'm going to try to do here. I do a pretty poor job of that, which is kind of my MO for this game, but hey, you know what? Hopefully we'll just get better magically here in just a second. Probably not going to happen, but let's see how we do against this guy again. If I can remember the trick here, obviously not foot, so it's punching. It is punching, and I died. Why not? Game over. Alright dudes, I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. First off, when I said I wasn't going to edit the gameplay, I mean I wasn't going to cheat by using an emulator, and I can assure you I didn't do that. I was going to try to play through stages 1 through 3 again on fast mode, so it didn't take as long. I couldn't figure out how to get the video editor to do it, so as soon as I figure that out, I'll start working that in, but I can assure you I didn't cheat to get here. Also, I said I was going to show you how I was going to play on hard. Hold on just a second. Let me see if I do better against this guy. Not there. Okay. So, I said I was going to show me playing on hard. I didn't do that. Not because I didn't do it. It's because I was really starting to ramble and sound really incoherent. And I thought, you know what? I'll just show playing on what they call easy. I stick by NES hard, and that's completely ridiculous, but that's the way the NES games are made. I think I'm going to start telling that to my kids, you know, instead of man up, NES up, you know, but whatever, hopefully I'll do better this time. There we go. Good, getting ready to go to stage 5. The other thing I wanted to clarify was when my cousin and I were playing the game, I realized I said we stayed on the first stage until we died, which is true, but what we did was we ran out of time and died. We literally didn't get anywhere on the game. Alright dudes, as we make our way through the bad guys on stage 5, I just want to reiterate a couple of things. If you like the music, you can get that on bandcamp.com, Ice Peddler Games. Thank you again, Excision Games, for providing the music. Feel free to support me on Patreon, patreon.com, Ice Peddler Games. I'm going to try to do more videos like this, and hopefully I'll get better and more proficient at it. Thank you for bearing with me through this, as I've pretty much stumbled all over everything, but you know what, it was the first one, and sometimes we learn as we go. You can follow Ice Peddler Games on Twitter at Ice Peddler Games. We do have a Facebook page, Ice Peddler Games. There's also an Ice Peddler Games Facebook group if you'd like to join that. Ice Peddler Games is an indie dev studio. We do have a game coming out. I say we, like I've got a big team or something. It's primarily me. Do have a game coming out very soon. It is called Riddle Hack. We're going to pause that for a second because we're going to unleash fury on Mr. X here. And I said fury like I was going to actually touch the guy. This is my jumping attack. Yeah, that didn't work at all, but hopefully I've lulled him into a false sense of security, and we'll get him coming up here in just a second. So I Speller Games is an indie dev studio. I did this to kind of get our name out. Plus, I love retro games. One of the greatest things I like about retro games is once you buy it, you don't have to buy it again. So the game I've got coming out is called Riddle Hack, and you've hacked into a computer system. And to get around the computer system security, you must solve a series of riddles and puns and brain teasers. It is an old school text-based game. And when I mean old school, it's meant to look like an Apple II terminal. So we're talking early 80s, late 70s. Here we go. Watch, I'm going to do better here. I can feel it. I've already done better. I've instituted the foot sweep strategy, and boom, master of all the martial arts. Just got dropped by a shin kick. That's right, and we saved Sylvia. Okay, guys, that pretty much wraps up my playthrough of Kung Fu. As you can see, I did a terrible job. The game does wrap around again, and then I tried it on hard. I did absolutely, completely terrible. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I really had a good time doing this. I look forward to doing it again. Please like and subscribe. Alright, dudes, I am out.